welcome to all brothers and sisters who have come today. And Dadi will come to see all of you this afternoon. So, before we start the program is, it was announced that those who are 10 years and plus, brothers and sisters separately, downstairs in meditation hall and in seminar hall, but Dadi will meet all who are 10 years plus, brothers and sisters, down in meditation hall at 8:30. So those who have come from Pandav Bhavan and are 10 years plus, they will have dinner here and then have class with Dadi Janki at 8:30. So this evening we are taking the topic of Firy form of yoga. So we have been practicing meditation from day one. Now Baba is inspiring us to have that powerful yoga, which is really very, very powerful. And just as in fire, we are able to burn away everything. In the same way, this fiery form of yoga will burn our impure karma and sanskaras. So that fire is such powerful that Maya will not dare to come in front of us. Just as any fire will scares the wild animals, Maya is compared with different titles: Maya, cat, rat, lion, almighty, all sorts of comparisons are made. So Maya is powerful, but when there is that fiery form of yoga, Maya will also stay away from us. And so what we need to do is, in order to have that powerful fiery form of yoga, we had to practice bodiless stage. So from first day we are told to have soul consciousness, remind ourselves, I am a soul, I am not this body. But we used to say, I am a peaceful soul, I am not this body. So on one hand we were saying, I am a soul, but then also again reminding, I am not body. So body was coming in our mind. Now it's like saying, when we say don't think about it, you think about it first to say don't think about it. Whereas the next step to soul consciousness is bodiless, where We are beyond this mundane material world, beyond this mundane body, awareness of this mundane body, which means we are aware only of the body of light. So we feel so light, as if the body is not made of flesh and bones, just as angels are light, or the vision of angels is a form of light. So there is form of body, but light, of light. So throughout the day, if we are practicing bodiless stage or incorporeal stage, because that is the next step of our soul conscious stage. In bodiless stage, we are aware of our form of light, body of light. But in incorporeal stage, we are beyond even that. Totally beyond everything, beyond sound, beyond sight, beyond pull of mundane material world around us. Then we are not concerned about who is coming, who is going, where they are sitting, what they are doing, what they are speaking, what sort of a music is there, because in the early stage we get influenced by everything. Now quite a few people say, we are disturbed because people are coming all the time. Even in retreat the guests were complaining, people keep on coming all the time. And we get disturbed, and that's what even our stage was in the early stage. We say, why people are coming at odd time? They should come only every half an hourly interval, they should not come in between. Then we were influenced by lighting, say, no. I find sometimes people will say, I find Baba's room light is too bright. Somebody will say, it's too dim. Somebody will say, the music is so loud. Somebody will say, music is so subtle. Somebody will say, but I want classical music. Somebody will say, no, but I like English music. Somebody will say, no, but I like Hindi music. So when we are in a stage of body, it's body consciousness. Now when we are influenced by lighting and sound and language and people coming and going, this is all our lower stage of meditation. We get influenced by everything. But as we become incorporeal, we are beyond all these things, activities around us, lighting and sound. And we are so much merged in Baba's loving remembrance, having awareness of me being just a point of light, and Baba also point of light. So my consciousness is in the soul world, and I am so much surrounded by Baba's vibrations and power that I am not pulled to any mundane material things. So this stage we need to maintain not only during meditation, but our aim should be bodiless and incorporeal throughout the day. Though it may take time to maintain that incorporeal stage whilst doing activity, but at least I should maintain karma yogi stage throughout the day. And so it is very essential that we pay attention to our thoughts throughout the day. Because when there is attention, there won't be tension. If there is tension, it means there's something wrong in my consciousness. No, so if somebody says, "Oh, I am too much tired and uptight and tense," and all, it means no attention. So my thoughts, I had to be careful that they are in Baba's remembrance. Whatever I am doing it in Baba's remembrance. So I am doing my activities and still I am in Baba's remembrance. And either I am churning yarn and not allowing waste and negative thoughts. Because my day's activity that's happening throughout the day will have influence on my meditation. So I have to see that throughout the day I'm churning yarn, I'm remembering Baba and not allowing any negative and waste thoughts. The negative and waste thoughts is because I'm not detached observer. So Baba has been emphasizing a lot, even last few days, Sakar Murlis, forget body, bodily relations and all world. So I had to see that I don't have attachment to, first of all, my body. My body doesn't pull my intellect. Whatever reason may be. So even if the body might be going through deep pain or some disease, I become bodiless, going beyond pain and everything. So detachment from body, bodily relations. That I am loving, caring, but detached. And detached from the old world. So I take support and cooperation of people, material objects, everything, but I am not dependent on anything. Nothing pulls my intellect. If I have them, I am happy. If I am not having them, still my intellect is not pulled. Where to get, how to get, when to get, etc. So, when there is that total detachment, then, and if I remain observer, whatever is happening, I remain observer. I am looking at it. I am knowledgeful. But I should remain Upram. That Upram stage, I had to attain Upram stage. That is, I go beyond everything. Looking at them, knowing, and yet beyond everything. That my thoughts are not pulled. I am not thinking again and again about the past and whatever is happening around and judging them and feeling hurt and taking sorrow. Because if I am attached, naturally I am taking sorrow. whether people are nice to me, nasty to me, do I remain detached? Because I should neither be pulled one way or other. Neither I should have hatred or dislike for someone, nor I should have any attachment to them. Because both will pull my intellect. Now, if I'm thinking negatively about something that somebody has done, then also my intellect is pulled. And so I had to see that I am totally beyond everything. So waste thought will be stopped because of I give full stop to past. Whatever has happened in the past, full stop. And that is possible, as I said, when I am observer and detached, but at the same time, if I am able to forgive. Now, if I am able to forgive, forget, finish. But if I am not able to forgive past, forget, then I am not able to forget. So past should be past. And especially if I value my time and energy. Because by thinking about past, I am not getting benefit of present. I am losing my present also. And so Jnani soul, knowledgeful soul, is the one who is able to give full stop to the past. So waste thought can be because I am not prepared to have that. No, because we know that we are on this battlefield. We have, we will be criticized and defamed by logik friends, family, etc. So when we have this awareness, I am on a battlefield. I have come here to die, isn't it? We belong to Baba to die a living death. So have I died alive? Because if I have died alive, then died from past, everything. My past sanskars, past. So if I have died alive, naturally, I am able to let go of the past. So as I become sensible, knowledgeful, using knowledge at each point, I am able to remain detached and unaffected by whatever is happening around, whatever people are. Because otherwise, we used to worry about opinion of others. And we used to try to please everyone. Now, having that knowledge that I am here to please Baba, I am here to listen to my conscience. not just to listen to people. If my conscience says whatever I am doing is right, then I should go ahead without wondering what people will think about me or what they are speaking about me. So as much as I am holding that faith that I am on the true path, getting guidance from Supreme, and I have to follow them, naturally I would not be listening to what others have feeling or opinion. So as I conquer waste thought, negative thoughts, impure thoughts, because that also, once I had died alive, I should have died from my past impurity, isn't it? I can't say, oh, what can I do? This is my old sanskars. Anger or worry or not forgetting something or not giving full stop. So I had to die from that completely. So as I become knowledgeful, so my karma also will be elevated. And that will help me to become light. Because unless I'm light, I can't have powerful yoga. So Baba always talks about being triple light, sole point of light, light of knowledge, and light of karmic account. Because if I have burden of karmic account, after being in Jnana, if I have done any vikarma, naturally I'll feel heavier. And then I can't fly. So Baba not only says be light, but be lighthouse. So as much as I had that awareness of being a lighthouse and might house, naturally my yoga will be powerful. So I had to have that awareness, going beyond the mundane world and going beyond the role I am playing in the world. Because usually our role that we are playing here is pulling our intellect. Some people are pulled down a lot by their lockic job, some people are pulled down by alokik service. Because we give so much importance to the role that we are playing. And that role consciousness will not allow us to be soul conscious. And that's why having this awareness, Baba is Karamanhar, I am just Karanhar. Then naturally I won't feel heavy, because if I think I'm doing it, I must do it, I must do it in this way, then naturally I become heavy. But when there is awareness, it's Baba's job. Baba is getting it done. I'm just instrument. Then I'll maintain that lightness. So I had to see that I am alert and my eyes are open during meditation. Because sometimes some people, they think, okay, let me shut my eyes and relax more. And as you know, Maya is such powerful, so sneaky. Relax, relax, too much relax, and sleep. So from sleepy yoga, we want to have fiery yoga, we should not forget. Especially Amrit Vela. I have to be careful at Amrit Vela. Now, rather than, because sometimes we are relaxed and little bit slack, I would say. Not only just relaxed, but we are slack. Say, okay, let me sit comfortably, nice, comfortable chair. Or nice warm heater around us. And more we make ourselves comfortable, more Maya will have chance. And we should really appreciate the Hatha yogis who do lot of penance to keep awake. Sometimes because Baba says it's easy yoga, we become too easy. And that's what I had to be careful not to allow myself to relax too much. And not tell myself, okay, I'm tired. Because as much as I say I'm tired, Maya will catch hold. No? But just saying, okay, this is time for me to earn my income. And having that real determination that I must be in a powerful stage. And not make easy yoga too easy. So I had to be alert, open eye, and sit also in a alert position. No, because in bhakti, people used to sit with us, cross-legged, lotus, half lotus, with hands stretched and back straight, and so really we need to pay attention on alertness of the mind and body's position also, and climate and temperature around us also, not neither too hot nor too cold, otherwise it will pull the intellect. And that's what I had to see. Now Baba was saying, you have to conquer nature, then you'll conquer Maya. Both we had to conquer. So that body is also known as elements, 5 elements. Body is of 5 elements. Climate is also 5 elements. And that's where I had to see that don't pull my intellect. The nature should be subservient, will be in golden age subservient to us. But here we had to go beyond everything. So make ourselves comfortable but not too comfortable. Be easy yogi but not too easy yogi. Be relaxed but yet alert. And also we need to maintain that balance. If the life is balanced, then naturally we can maintain alertness. Now, if somebody has only 3 or 4 hours sleep at night and they expect to be very powerful yogi, it's not possible. One night is okay, but if every night only 4 hours sleep, then how you are going to have that powerful yoga? And so Baba says, be sensible. Be knowledgeful about that also, how much body requires rest. Look after the body. Not say, okay, I am soul, I don't need anything, no. And that's why Baba always says, have that balance. Baba always used to say, during big projects like Million Needs and Global Cooperation or Better World, Baba used to say, okay, you must have 5 hours sleep at least. Because sometimes those who were working in the office, they used to work until midnight and miss Amrit Vela. So we have to see that we have minimum 5 hours rest, early to bed and early to rise. Go to sleep early, then you can get up early and have that powerful yoga. So, in order to have that powerful yoga, also we need to have love for solitude, love for silence. Because sometimes some people, they can't do anything alone. They like crowd around them. If they are alone, they say, oh, I'm lonely. But Baba always used to say, okay, go on the terrace in Pandavan, when Sakar Baba was there, go be by yourself and enjoy that solitude and meditation. So, if we have love for solitude, love for silence, because whatever time we have, or even if we don't have time, we have to find time. Because it may not be possible all the time. Sometimes people say, I'm so busy, I don't have time. But we had to find time. And so, we had to grab few minutes here and there. and we see that we don't miss traffic control. Or even if we can't have traffic control at the right time, we try to create time during our work schedule. So every opportunity we have for meditation, we should take that and really work on ourselves. Because if we have that real urge to do meditation, then naturally we will organize something. I remember a couple of years ago, Dadi was saying, if you want to remove your deep-rooted sanskar, have that 40 minutes yoga 3 times a day for 40 days. And Baba also had been emphasizing a lot on tapasya. And these days in Madhuban bhattis also, so much time given for bhattis. And so that should be that urge and desire to work on ourselves and find time. Otherwise, because Lokik job, we are too busy. Baba's service, also we are busy. And then we neglect ourselves. And that's where we have to see that I must have that aim, not only to sit in yoga, but to have that deep yoga. And for that, whatever I had to do on a physical level also, I pay attention. Because if we eat late, heavy meal, then naturally next morning will not be powerful yoga. And that's why the tapasvis, the yogis, they used to do a lot of fasting. In bhakti, they do a lot of fasting so that we don't have to cook and eat and do shopping and all sorts of things on, on particular days. But at least, if we have that discipline, Baba doesn't tell us to do all these penances, but at least discipline. And eating the right food, right time, right amount. So on a subtle level also we pay attention to Baba's Srimad and not be slack. Because sometimes as we become older in Gyan, senior in Gyan, sometimes we become slack on Baba's Srimad. And that's where I had to see that I'm not becoming slack. I realize the value of Baba's direction and disciplines. And I follow them thoroughly. So, we should start with powerful Amrit Vela. Because that's the time where Baba says, I got that time for my children. So Amrit Vela, not only we spend in churning gyan and conversation, because that was what we used to do in the early stage, churn gyan, have heart-to-heart conversation, and that's good to start with. But then we had to have the aim to spend more time in seed stage. Because that's the powerful yoga. Being point of light and merged in loving remembrance of Baba. So we have to see that we are as much time as possible in that incorporeal seed stage. And that's the really fiery form of yoga, seed stage. And that will be possible when we have paid attention throughout the day. Because if we are slack throughout the day, Amrit Vela will not be powerful, even if we want it. And so that routine of going to sleep in Baba's remembrance. Before sleep, have meditation and have determination that tomorrow morning I have appointment with my beloved. So having that aim that I should be in Baba's remembrance, and if that deep aim is there and determination is there, then naturally Amrit Vela will start, because last thought will lead to our first thought, and first thought will lead to our whole day. And so when you go to sleep, rather than having a thought, oh, I'm too tired today, and thinking about what went wrong in the whole day and going to sleep, rather than that, sleep with that thought, I'm going to sleep in Baba's lap, or I'm going to subtle region to be with Baba. And the first thought also, I come from subtle region to play my part. So that will help us to have that angelic consciousness to first thing in the morning. And that will help us to lead us to seed stage easily. Because otherwise, if you think, oh, my body is tired today, we start with thinking about body and the whole day's activity and so much to be done throughout the day. Then we start with the day. In Lokic sense, we used to start the day with, so many things to be done. So we start churning on service and the jobs to be done. then naturally it will take long to have that elevated stage. And so, when we wake up, that's the time for me to be with my beloved. Rather than that's a time to plan my service throughout the day. Because sometimes that's what we think. This is time for me to get inspiration. Not just inspiration, but this is the time to receive that might from Almighty. So, as I pay attention to the basics, because the basics, the fundamental things, if we are building our stage on those fundamental basic teaching, then naturally the building will be very powerful, strong. If the foundation is not strong, the building will not be powerful. And so, throughout the day, attention as who I am. What's my role? And having that total surrender to Baba. Surrender. My body, my wealth, my time, energy, everything is Baba's. So whole day Baba, Baba, Baba. Rather than I and mine. So I and mine has to be totally replaced by Baba. So as much as I have that deep love for Baba, naturally I'll be in that powerful, fiery stage. So, Baba has told that purity is the foundation of yoga. So that I need to have that total purity. That even the trace of impurity, of ego or anger or greed or attachment or jealousy, carelessness, laziness, even the trace of it should not remain. Otherwise, if I allow a little bit impurity, it will attract more. These are all combined, as Baba was saying, the Ravan's 10 heads are combined. If one is there, all other 10 will be there. I can't think, okay, I have conquered 9. If there is only 1 or it's only 5%, then that 5% will lead to more percentage. And so I had to see that even trace of impurity is removed.